trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. Trade what you see with Larry Pesavento. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. Now, Larry Pesavento.
Okay, folks, we're taking a look here at the NASDAQ. You'll notice here it's been down now quite a bit for today so far. It's due to have a turn now. It topped right near the high up here. It had the reversal, so it's acting pretty good. So this is the time zone where it should turn. If it doesn't turn, that means it's going to be down. By the time we're through a half hour of this show, if we haven't started up, that's going to tell us that we're going to be heading down. This is a big move here, and we have to ask ourselves the question, is that big top end that we've been waiting for in the New York Stock Exchange Index? And by all appearances, it certainly looks like it is. A lot of stuff has been talked here about the Bitcoin, and as you can see here, there it is. Bitcoin has been going down now on the Bloomberg today. They had videos of the folks that were really bullish this stuff way back in September, starting with Eric Trump Jr. and then a few of the other boys that are there, and how bullish they were, and it was going to 100,000 in Bitcoin. Oh, what I mean, more half 500,000 in Bitcoin, and of course now it's coming down. And they had Michael Norvitz on. He's one of the real pros of this, and he said, look, we have to take our licks when it happens like this. He said, look, when it was 3,000, it dropped to $100, and when it was 20,000, it dropped to 3,000. He said, this is going to be a great buying opportunity, and he's probably going to be right. It's the focus of how the time frame that you are. He said people bought it at $100 and $500 and $1,000 could care less where it is. Well, most people care. Anyway, I've never traded it. I'm just bringing it to your attention. This was the one I was most bearish about. Even though I've been bearish stocks for a while, I've been bearish this Bitcoin since 98,000 when it made the ABCD 382 that we've talked about. Now let's get on to what you folks really like to talk about, and that's gold and silver. Let's get up here one second, and I have to bring up the reports here. Yesterday in the gold, if you want to remember where we were, there was the gold. You'll notice this was the head and shoulders pattern that we were looking at. There's your left shoulder, right shoulder. It measured right up to here. The high was within $2 of that high, and we've already broken down from that level. Now, if we were looking at the same thing on a shorter time frame, this is where we made the ABCD pattern in the gold right down here at 440. Okay, now that was yesterday, and we've had a very good rally. Where did we rally to, folks? Believe it or not, from the high right back here to the high we had today was right there at 5,020, and the high was 5,019.90, I believe, is what it was. So that's a very, very important thing to remember. Now, if we do the same thing in the silver market, silver was actually asked. Let's try words, Larry, was actually trying to do the same thing. And we'll bring this up here. I believe this is the silver. I hope it is. Nope, that's the gold one. The silver would be this one right here. Okay, there. Now that's the gold one too. That means I've got to go to the original chart. It's up here. It's up here. There's the silver chart right here. There it is. There's our high in silver at 22. Okay, we came down. We made an ABCD. You'll see that it measured, the ABCD measured to roughly 88. Okay, now the high on silver was 89. And didn't quite make this. 89.5 was the number on silver. Now we'll look at these together to show you where they are right now. I'll get rid of some of this other stuff that's in here, so we'll be able to pay a little bit of attention. We'll cover the bonds a little bit later, get that out of the way. And here's where we are. Hello, operator. There's where we go with the silver. There's where we are. Okay, there's your silver. You can see it's completed the ABCD in a bear market. Now, it missed the 382 by a heartbeat. Well, that's a dollar now. It's in silver. That's a heartbeat anymore. But we've had a tremendous rally here. Folks, we rallied from 72 up to 88. That's a $16 rally. That used to be a 10-year move in silver. And anyway, this looks very bearish, folks. This thing is, it's just got all the things necessary to think it's going to go down, a great deal more. We'll do one at a time as we go through watching these. Now, if we take a look, we've covered the gold and the silver. Let's cover the Dow Jones because that was an interesting one. It was tremendous swings. You can see here yesterday or this morning, we took off. Today's the 3rd. There was our move today. We had a huge move. We were up, at one time we were up about 560. You can see we're down on the day now. I don't have any TV today because something's wrong with the connection. And so I don't have any Bloomberg or anything, but this is still relatively bullish, folks. Compared to where we were back here on November 21st, this has been very, very bullish. Now, the question is, are we going to take out this low? We'll know that soon enough, but that's a long way away. Looking at the Russell again, this starts out, look, it's going to be the strongest. It doesn't even make a 61% retracement here, folks. And as now you can see, we've broken from 79 all the way down here, coming down pretty fast. We had the A, B, C, D move right there. We'll draw that in for you so that you can see it. That was where we were here just a couple days ago. Try yesterday. There's where it was. That was on Sunday night, actually. This was actually Monday morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, folks. And at 2 o'clock in the morning, every single thing that was there changed. The currencies changed. Gold and silver changed. All the stock indices changed. Everything happened there. And I went and asked Copilot what happened there at that time at 2 a.m. New York time on the 2nd. And they said it was Venus was sextile to the moon. I don't look at those things, but that's what it was on every one of them. So that's one of the things I want to do with the research. We made that big ABCD right there on the downside. That did everything we wanted it to do. Hold on just a second. We'll get up here and take a look. And then we'll get on to some of the other things that's going on. You'll see this is where we are now. Folks, what's happening now, if the reason why the NASDAQ is getting hit so hard is all of over the weekend, Jensen Huang, the guy from NVIDIA, came out and said, yeah, there's a lot of money, but we got a lot of problems. I don't know exactly what he said, but it wasn't positive. And that's what knocked the NASDAQ all the way down to 25.2. Now we're at that same level again, but it rallied 10 handles in the NASDAQ after, and like it was nothing. And now it's back again because people are saying, well, maybe it's okay, maybe it's not. And the same thing's happening now in the cryptocurrencies. But the cryptocurrencies, I don't know anything about them. I just look at the patterns, and that's why I do this stuff. I'm not right all the time, but they've got all these guys on there showing them how you made a mistake and stuff like that. I hope they don't do that to me because the show's going to last about 3 months nonstop. The one thing I'm going to do, though, is when I'm wrong, I'm going to say, oh, boy, I screwed this one up pretty bad. And unfortunately, I have to say that sometimes. So let's we got a break coming up already. Boy, I've really bluffed my way through this much. We'll be right back, folks, and we'll talk about one of our favorite subjects, cattle.
Sharpening your skills as an investor is like getting better at playing a musical instrument. You have to practice, sure, but you also need excellent instruction from experts. At TFNN, you'll get advice and guidance from the authority in technical market analysis. And it's not just dry, tedious text either. TFNN airs live financial content streamed live on TFNN.com and TFNN's YouTube channel with Tiger TV, live every market day from 8:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Eastern. For free. Each host is an experienced trader and gives their take on the market while taking calls and questions live from around the world. From the moment the market opens until the closing bell sounds, Tiger TV has 8 different shows with expert hosts to help you make the right moves with your money. Watch online at TFNN.com or on TFNN's YouTube channel and become the investor you were born to be. TFNN, educating investors.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
The reality is that navigating financial markets can be risky. Markets can be chaotic and difficult to understand. Having the latest market advice can help you turn this chaos into a key for creating winning trades. At TFNN, we understand that it can be hard to find reliable market news. That's why each of our market experts offers their very own market newsletter, a must-have tool for every trader out there striving to find an edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets so you can analyze the market before you trade. Try any of our great newsletters risk-free with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Just visit the Newsletters tab on the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
Okay, folks, you remember yesterday about the big cattle report that came out, how bullish it was. Yet it went right up here. We sold it right there. Today, it came all the way down here. It couldn't even take out the low of the previous day and stayed there for well over an hour. I said, well, if it's going to hold this, it means it's going to go higher. So it was a very low risk buy right in this area of 237 and change. It's now 2 full points higher. As you can see, it never had any back off after that. That's telling us that there's a larger ABCD pattern that's hanging here, and we're going to show it to you right now. If you like ABCD, stay tuned because you'll be looking at it as we speak. And there it is right there, 239.73 as we're on the air today. So if I can sell it there and buy it there, I got to sell it here. So that's what I was doing right now. Just got filled 239.67 and a half. And I got to stop at 240 and 67. So I'm risking for, I've already made a little over $800 on this. So I'm only going to be risking half of that for, oh, excuse me, for the rest of the show. But that is the ABCD of this whole range right here. If we drew it in on a pattern like this, you'll see there's, you'll draw these in, you'll be able to see the big 3-drive pattern that we had. Well, it's a little more than that. It's more of an expanding triangle. It has a 3-drive, but it has the 3 drivers there, drive 1, drive 2, drive 3. This is nothing more than a large ABCD panel thing in here that we have here. Remember, okay, now you put your stop. If you did do it, I guess nobody did because it's gone up. I respect you guys for that, but should always try to help the old cowboy out. Your stop has got to be right above there. So that's where you want to be paying attention to it. We'll put that beeper in. If we get hit, I posted the thing on the Dow Jones here, the E-mini S&P here. We're right at the moment of truth here, folks, with this ABCD pattern right here. You see it's not following the AI very well, but the fact that it made the exact number here at 10 and we're already at 17. So as long as we don't get below this 09, 08, it's got a chance for a rally. Now, one of the things, if it's really good, it should come out here pretty quick, but we won't know that. We'll just do one thing at a time. And the $64 question is if you believe that chart, the New York Stock Exchange Index, this was just the second day down, and the way the Dow Jones is acting and the Russell S&P, NASDAQ, it's telling us that something's not right in Denmark. Well, everything's okay in Denmark. Maybe it's some other place that has some trouble. But anyway, that's what we're paying attention to here this morning. Let's clean out these here, and we want to get to a couple other things that we need to be talking about. I've written them down here. Oh, got to talk about Uber. Someone's asked about Uber. Let me get this up here. And there's Uber. News just came out. Oh, something about the Chinese EVs are going to be available. I use Uber occasionally, but you can see it had some big. There's your 3 drive to a top pattern in Uber. We're coming down nicely, as you can see. Looks like this was a 382 for the last high, and it took 2 weeks to make that. Let's just see if that's it. Yeah, there it is right there. Now you're breaking down, so you know where your target is. It's right there. You just draw this in, and you'll see. You'll be watching some of these here, looking at that area right now. And that's pretty much it. There it is right there, your 1 point. This is what just happened in the S&P, folks. If the S&P doesn't break below, let's say 3608, then I would say that, yeah, then we still have a chance to rally. If it gets below that, then that means we're probably going to be down more and more each day. We're trading, it's moving up a little bit, so that's a good sign off of that. So we should be moving up a little bit in the NASDAQ, which was the better of all the fills. Let's just see where we were with that here. Get this out of the way. Son of a gun, hold on a second. One of the questions someone asked me by email before the show is, what are we going to be doing with the gold and silver? Are they done? And I said, yeah, they're done for quite a while. So there's your number here. We haven't bounced off for very much, but if it gets below these last lows, then that'll tell you you're pretty good. See, it didn't make the ABCD pattern on the downside. I don't believe so. That's a positive sign from the NASDAQ. See, it should be, based on that, it should already be down here. And it's not doing that. So it's holding this 127 where the other one isn't. So this is where you control your risk. You don't know you're going to be right or not, but that's the one you want to be watching. I happen to be in the S&P because it fits so perfectly. Okay, let's clean this out here. Window tile vertical here. And we'll get over to the... all right, I got a couple others in here that I wanted to mention to you here. Treasury bonds. This is the one that you guys, so far you haven't been duped on this one. There's the daily here. This is not a bullish chart, folks. They're telling us one thing and the market is telling us something else. Okay, just go back. I'm going to draw these in because you can see it. There's your left shoulder. Oh, this is wrong. Yeah, it's right here. There's your head. Okay, there's your left shoulder. Okay, there's your right shoulder. The right shoulder lower than the left shoulder, making it a perfect ABCD. The time between shoulder and head is very nice. Comes down, goes up, pulls back, makes another pattern right here, right on top of the other one, and still heading down. You see how they're telling us that interest rates are going lower? Show me the chart that says that, folks. You know, still we're heading down. Now we are reaching what do we call maximum velocity or whatever it is in this. What we're going to do now is go to the weekly chart, because as you can see from this weekly chart, this has a chance. Whew. Boy, medication, when it kicks in, it's really bad. Okay, here's the weekly chart on the Treasury bonds. And if we look at this, we've already broken through the downside of that. After it did that, this is where we were just a few days ago. We were talking about that. There was your ABCD right at the spot 382. There it was right there. That tells us that we are going down on this one even more. And this is the key, because if you have this to that, that's going to take you to 111. That's down 3 points. Okay, now if that is correct, then what you'll be looking at is from your low right back here to the high right up there. We're going to be knocking right there on the door, right at 112. There it is, 112. That's down 2 handles. What will take it to get there? Could be a news item, something like this over here. Might come down slowly, but that's where it's probably going to go. And I'm not even sure it's going to hold that. Folks, you know, I'm watching these guys on TV and I'm listening to myself talking about all this other stuff and everything over the years. But boy, if you follow what the charts are doing, it will really give you a good thing. Now, people, when they buy bonds, they think that they have good, low interest rates and stuff like that, and have safety and all that. Well, if the price of the bond goes down, you lose capital, but they're giving you a higher interest rate. Not very good. All right. Now, remember Will Rogers? He said something is the most important thing in all of investing. Don't be concerned on the return on your money. Be concerned of the return of your money. Okay. He was a pretty smart dude, that old guy from Oklahoma, and very smart fellow. I used to go past the Will Rogers State Park on right by Malibu on my way back to Westlake Village home after working at Drexel. Okay, let's get up here and we'll see how we're hanging in here with these things, and we'll move on to just a second and we'll be right back. Okay, hang in there.
If you spend any time online researching trading techniques on how to begin your trading journey, you've no doubt come across many folks who push Forex trading as a way to make big money quickly. Unfortunately, there are equally as many stories of these so-called Forex professionals just looking to make a quick buck off aspiring traders without actually teaching the ins and outs of the Forex market. This is what sets Teddy Keckstack's The Tiger Forex Report off the riffraff. Every Monday, former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member and author Teddy Keckstack releases his Tiger Forex Report newsletter, where he dives into the complex world of Forex and takes time to actually teach you his methods that have made him so successful in the fast-paced and rewarding world of Forex trading. Furthermore, all subscribers receive access to archived live streams of Teddy's, where he provides university-level education to help you in Forex trading. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what are you waiting for? Forex awaits.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Are you ready to take charge of your financial future? TFNN is your gateway to the world of trading and investing. Whether you're starting out or scaling up, TFNN empowers traders and investors of all skill levels with top-notch investing systems, strategies, and techniques. It's time to protect and grow your money with insight you can trust. Join us live Monday through Friday during market hours for exclusive content that moves with the markets. At TFNN, we bring the trading floor to you. Our seasoned hosts are here to answer your calls and questions live on the air. Check out the Tiger's Den for just $1 and follow us on YouTube and become part of our vibrant community. And remember, at TFNN, we're so confident in the value we provide that we offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all new premium newsletter subscriptions and services. You have absolutely nothing to risk, so why wait? Tune in live to Tiger TV and transform your trading journey, because when you know better, you invest better. Join us and experience the difference today. TFNN, educating investors. This portion of Trade What You See is brought to you by Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the direction. Visit Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Okay, folks, this is want to go over just charts in general. This is one of the larger things that's traded out there. It says Treasury bonds, Treasury notes. If you remember here back in March of 2000, they had a new idea. Well, it started back in right around Christmas time. It's called negative interest rates. And interest rates were going to go to zero and negative. And so what they were going to do, they were going to allow you to buy the Treasury bonds, okay, and you had to pay them a premium for holding the bond, plus they could not guarantee that you would get any interest back at all, nor could they guarantee the premium, but they would charge you a fee for holding your bonds. Well, Sarah's little grandson was 7 at the time, and I explained that to him. He says, "This is not a good deal." I remember him saying that, and he was 7 years old. But people bought it, and they bought it for a long time. Folks, you're talking about 190, 182, somewhere in there. Do you know where they're trading now? Take a look at this. Hello, operator. We're trading at 114. I mean, sure, yeah, you're getting better interest rates, but you're only getting back about 40% of your capital. What's a good deal about that? They've been doing that to us with cryptocurrencies now for quite a while. I don't know if it's going to be the top in crypto. I've never traded it at all. All I do is I look at those patterns, and I believe I saved that because I told them, I said, this was the most bearish of all the patterns that, I don't have it. Yay, I do. There it is right here. There it is right there. There was a high at 125, 124 and change. Okay, it comes down, makes it perfect. A, B, C, D, right there to the tick at 97,999 or something. Just a point or two. Well, there it is. See, there it is, 98,208. That's what it was right there, within 20 points of the exact high right there. That was just a few weeks ago, 2 weeks to be exact. And look where we are now, folks. We're down in below 75 now. I believe someone said, I haven't checked it. I have it here somewhere. I think I have it right here. Let's check and see. Yeah, we're trading at 73 and change right now, down $4,000 today. And this measures this big pattern, A, B, C, D. You measure 124 down up to 98, subtract that. Boom, it takes you to 52,000. It's where it's supposed to be going on the ABCD. And I don't know if it's going to go lower or not, but the fact that it's looking nasty is not a very, very smart time. So that's what I'm doing as I watch those. There's another one of those little Gartley patterns. See it right there? There it is right there at 92,000. Let's just draw that in to see if that was an exact 382, just for kicks and giggles. There's your high right here. You move this over like that, and your 382 comes in. Uh-oh, guess where? Bada bing, bada boom. There's your A, B, C, D. On page 222 of Gartley's book, folks, he took 2.5 pages to explain that pattern right there. All I did was I matched the pattern of what he was looking at to what he was saying, and it didn't say the same thing. And so all I did was make the correction, say, look, this is what he's saying, all right? And that's where the 222 came from, and it's been dancing with it ever since. And you can see it's getting ready to make a 3 drive to a bottom down here. Maybe it'll give us a little bit of relief, but some people below 75,000 now, I understand from John Jameson that there's some serious problems that are going on with that one. All right, get back up to a couple of other things we need to be talking about. Get this out of the way. We're done with the bonds. The notes look exactly the same. And how did we break them? Oh, we broke badly. Yeah, that tells us that the S&P's finished. You see, it didn't hold that. Well, the Nasdaq didn't hold the low. See, that was telling you same thing. It was also headed down. So where they're going to go, we'll just have to. Well, let's just look at that together, okay? Just since we're talking about it, we'll put the hourly chart up. I mean, they've had a big run, and they're not even near those lows of the other day yet. So you'll see where we are. Okay, there's our move. Okay, there's our big move. There's where we were coming in, where we had the big rally. You see that was a beautiful ABCD right there on Sunday night at 2 o'clock in the morning, New York time. Stop the front door, shut the front door, and raise the rent. And here's where we are. We got AB equals CD, and we stopped right almost exactly 2 points off the exact low. And you had another little butterfly pattern lining up also right there at 2 o'clock in the morning. And then we had this huge rally. We'll match the high, and look where we are now. Once we break this, see if we break this, then what we're looking at here is A, BCD, and that's going to take us down to a little bit lower levels, and maybe. And remember, this is only the second day down in the New York Stock Exchange Index, folks. You gotta go with that index, because that's the one. The S&P is only, or the Dow Jones is only, 20 stocks and that are triple digit, and that makes the big difference here. Wow, look at gold, folks. It's dropped $80 from that number already. It's down $80. Oh, that's nothing anymore. There was your ABCD right up here, and it's already down to this level right in here. I was watching the market this morning, and you'll see following the AI, it did really good early in the morning. You had a low and then a high and a low. And then this one here is the one that was tricky because it went up and blew through all this. That told you it was going to go a great deal higher. So that's when that number came in. You see that number there? That's your number. Oh, no. Where's the telephone at? Oh, scam lightly. Oh, gosh darn it. Just a minute. Oh. Yeah, scam. Sorry, guys. I had the telephone over here. I've had so many electrical problems. Let me turn these guys off. I don't know. They're going to have to do something about these artificial intelligence stuff, folks, because the stuff you're seeing, you shouldn't trust anybody. If you get a call from somebody, even though you recognize the voice, boy, if there's the slightest bit of a thing, try to give them some type of a, what do you call it, a warning that you're talking to somebody else. So, and I'm very careful of that. And they still got me last month for $300 from Rich Anderson called me, and it wasn't Rich Anderson. And I thought that I should have known better. Risk act. Well, doesn't make any difference. So we should have some support here for the rest of the morning here in gold, but it's broken the big number. They're down about $80 from the high already. That's not a good sign. Start getting below here. We're looking at real serious stuff going on here. And gold is serious, folks. The margin is now there's that big number we were looking at today. There's the same number. There it is. We said 1982 to this level right up in here. That was a 382 ABCD. Remember, this is 13-minute. We were looking at it on the long-term hourly. That makes that figure. There was your 3 drive to a bottom. There it is again, 10:30, 2 o'clock in the morning. That turned also. So that doesn't have any relativity, I guess, for margin and stuff. But that's drawn wrong. No wonder that's not right. Let's see what that pattern is supposed to be. Hold on a second here. We'll be right back. Stay tuned. More to come.
Many trading newsletters attempt to focus on a narrow set of equities or commodities. While this works for some, it oftentimes misses many opportunities that possess huge gain potential. But how is an independent trader supposed to scan the entire market looking for these hidden opportunities? One simple answer: the opening call newsletter. Basil Chapman, developer of the Chapman Wave trading methodology, has been trading the markets for longer than most trading influencers have been alive. And over that time, he has honed his methodology in order to accurately call movements in a wide range of equities, from semiconductors to uranium to key indices and so much more. Basil is old school, taking the time to educate the trader while also giving his insights into key indices, selective stocks, and more. Opening call subscribers also receive access to dozens of educational live streams that can be accessed at any time for your edification. All first-time subscribers receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. So ignore the pop trading influencers and start learning time-tested technical analysis.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
For traders who crave risk, Direxion's daily leveraged and inverse ETFs provide opportunities to magnify short-term perspectives with up to 3 times a daily leverage, utilize bull and bear funds from both sides of the trade, and trade through rapidly changing markets. These are highly leveraged ETFs with daily resetting designed for short-term trading, not long-term investing. Whether you're a bull or a bear, you choose the Direxion. For up-to-date pricing and performance, go to Direxion.com. Investing in the funds involves significant risk and should only be utilized by investors who understand the impact of leverage and actively monitor their portfolio. They are not designed to track the underlying index or security for more than a day. Before investing, carefully consider a fund's investment objective, risk, charges, and expenses contained in the prospectus available at Direxion.com. Read carefully. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
This program is brought to you by Vista Gold, traded on the NYSE American and TSX under the symbol VGZ.
All right, folks, I'll give you a little bit of experience in here. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and I don't watch fundamentals. I know nothing about stocks. All I do is give you answers of, you know, things that you're looking at. But look where we are now. We're at a 1.618 here. Remember how bullish the news was right over here? Look at that. Then the news was bad. Now it's come down to here. We made another ABCD here. Now this is where it should stop. If it doesn't stop here, it's got some serious problems. You see, it's going to have to go way below that. So if it doesn't stop there, that's a really bad thing. Let's take a look at another one that they like so much. This is Oracle. Remember the $100 billion day? I bet she wish she had that back. It's $340 to down $200, folks. After making $100 billion, he's lost $200 billion. That's probably, anyway. The reason why I'm saying this is because don't look at what they're telling you, look what they're doing. Okay, now they're telling you how bullish this is up in here, and somebody's selling it all the way down. All right, Taiwan Semiconductor, one of the most bullish, top 3 weeks ago. Look at the volume here, folks. This was 5 times normal volume. Okay, look at this. This was only 3 times normal or 2 times normal volume, and that still was a high. This was a big high up into that area. Okay, it already did Oracle. Let's take a look here at Meta. This was a really big one. My gosh, he was on the news and everything was great. Remember that big day here just the other day? And what was that? We already pointed that out. There's the ABCD. Now, everybody there that's bought it, look where they are now. They're down $40. Something's not right, okay? I'm just trying to give you a little heads up. Don't be concerned about the return on your money. Be returned on the return of your money. Okay. Now this is the last 2 days in the gold market. Now let's play the devil's advocate. So we've made the number right there. There's your ABCD. Because if we have any chance at all of this being a good pattern, and maybe it's going to be a short-term pattern and the market's going to go up and make another new high. I don't think so, but that's what it looks like. This is a 382 on the daily, folks, from the high we made back on the 28th when we hit 5,628. And now we are at a little bit under that. So there's where we are. So first thing you'd want to do is to go back and see your major low was right there because you had an ABCD. That was your biggest correction. All right, you can see it was right at the 50%, so that makes that a really valid one. This is the stuff that Stan Harley works on. Is watch that, the last lows for your last correction. So here's a perfect example. I'm seeing it right now for the first time, but that was your verification, and then last night, okay, at 2 a.m. 11 o'clock New York time, there was a 382 off of that. Okay. There's where we do. Now, if that's the case, this A, B, C, D should take you up to there. Let's just double check. There's your AB leg right here. There's your CD leg right there. What it is? There it is, 512. The high was 520. Right there. Now, look, it's backed off. Now, if that's the case, if this is correct, let's just look. Come on, because I'm just giving hope for those of you that are still long gold. That should hold right there. That should hold if that's going to be the case. I know you might think that's nuts. Well, nuts are nothing more than Brazilian nuts, pistachios and whatever. But that's it. Now, if we break below that 382, that level right there, that tells us that this thing is going down. So draw that in. There's your, it went to 50%. So that's the first sign. So these moves are equal. So the key number here right now is 48.96. It's already rallied $40 off. That used to be a big move in gold. That's why you can't trade gold for $10, $20 anymore. It's impossible. So that's it. So watch this number here. If we close below that, that tells us we're most probably getting ready over the next day or two, over the next 3 or 4 days, is to come down and test the 382 of the bigger move, and that here is at 4,800, 47.98. That's down another $150 lower. So those are the ones you want to be watching if you're long the gold market. This was your last chance to get out of Dodge. If you didn't take it, you might have to take it down in here because you don't want to start getting below that, because then you're looking at something pretty nasty. And believe me, gold can move nasty. It blesses you on the way up and it curses you on the way down. So keep that in mind. Now let's take a look at silver to see if silver did the same thing. There's our silver market right here. Now we're watching this one on an hourly because we've already seen the move right here. So there was the move right there. We probably had a 382, looks like right about there. Let's just look at it together here. Let's go to a 13-minute. That'll give us all the stuff we need to see. There was the bottom right there. And we'll blow it up here. There's where we want to see it. Okay. There was the one in the middle of the night that this one, either one of these, I think it's this one right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was it. There was your low right here, and you made this one. There it is. Yeah, there it is right there at right around 81, and then that takes you up to your ABCD right up here. We've already broken down a lot more than the last correction. This tells you silver's not doing well at all. Even though it's up about $9, it's still not doing good. You can see the larger ABCD pattern measured right up to the promised land there. Look at that. That's exactly, there's your high. It stayed there for 2 hours, folks. It's 2 hours. There's your ABCD, and it stayed there 2 hours to get you short. At that point, you didn't have to risk very much, 30, 40 cents. And I don't know how you can trade silver for less than 40 cents with a margin of $75,000. That's on the small contract. Anyway, no, it's on the larger one. 75,000 is on the larger one. Okay, so that's what we're watching here as we unfold these things today. I see the S&P starting to accelerate to the downside here. Folks, pay close attention, folks, because if this is in fact, where is that devil at? There, where are we at here? Come on here. Oh, come on. I can't find the darn thing. It was that, you know what? It's the New York Stock Exchange stock, and I don't think it's on here anywhere. No. But it is here. There it is. See, it's already down. So if this is really starting down like this, folks, see, it's already exceeded this. What if let's just say we're in a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 day down. The second worst month of the market is February. It's the 11th worst month. The only worst month for stocks is September. So here we are in February. Where are we? The third day of February, and it's got 28 days in it this month. I don't even know if it has 29 or not. But anyway, that's what if we did 29 days down? Hell, look how we went up. We can go down even faster. Markets drop faster than they go up. because fear is a greater emotion than greed, and fear is a coming. They're seeing it in the cryptos now, they're seeing it in the AIs, and the next thing you know, it'll be in your pocket trying to take some of your money. So just put a stop in. It's not how much money you make, it's how much money you don't lose. So let's take a break here and see what we've got coming up next.
If you're looking for potential trading setups in the stock market, then Rocket Equities and Options Report is a newsletter you should try. Tommy O'Brien delivers options and equity trades when the markets present them, using a combination of fundamentals and technicals. Sign up for Rocket Equities and Options Report today with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. For all the details and to start your subscription today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. TFNN, educating investors.
In the world of trading, only a few names stand out like Larry Pesavento. A pro's pro with over 50 years of experience, Larry has seen it all. A former Chicago Mercantile Exchange member, Larry has authored 10 books and trained over 1,000 traders with his unmatched expertise. Introducing Fibonacci 24/7, Larry Pesavento's daily trading service that turns the complexity of markets into opportunities. Published every Sunday, receive a comprehensive report packed with detailed commentary, charts, and videos that illuminate the patterns shaping the markets, with updates throughout the week exclusively for subscribers. Whether through charts or videos, Larry's analysis is your roadmap to navigating the markets. You can sign up now at TFNN.com for just $97. And with all TFNN newsletters backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee, you have nothing to risk. For all the details, visit TFNN.com. You'll find Fibonacci 24/7 right under the newsletters tab.
Steve Rhodes started his trading career as a student almost 20 years ago, and the student has now become the master. Steve won the prestigious Timer of the Year award in 2018 and barely missed that mark again in 2019, finishing at number 2 for the year. An amazing accomplishment. Steve Rhodes is committed to sharing his techniques and knowledge with anyone who wants to learn, and he shares his vast amount of trading knowledge every day in his Mastering Probability newsletter. Steve's award-winning newsletter, Mastering Probability, is delivered every trading day with updates throughout the afternoon. Sign up for Steve's market newsletter, Mastering Probability, and you'll receive access to 7 of Steve's educational webinars absolutely free. At TFNN, all our newsletters come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have absolutely nothing to worry about. Visit TFNN.com and try Mastering Probability 30 days risk-free today. TFNN, educating investors.
TFNN has launched the Tiger's Den. Hosted at Discord, TFNN has been educating traders for more than 20 years with live programming hosted by a variety of professional traders during market hours. The Tiger's Den, available to all tigers and tigresses for just $1 for the year. There's no catch or added costs when you join our community of traders. Sign up today and become a part of this educational community of traders. Just visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV.
Okay, folks, this is the NASDAQ. We're looking at the possible next ABCD. You can see just today we've come down 800 handles. And all we have to do is go down another 400 handles, and we'll be right at the ABCD of that, and it'll be taking out the low that we had here on January on February the 2nd, when we had all those things. January. Let's get the date right, Larry. Anyway, wow. Oh, wow. Okay, we just made a new high in the cattle. That's a good thing. Anyway, there's where we are on this. So I think we'll be there's your ABCD measuring to 24,835. That should be pretty good support. I don't know what that would be in the S&P, but let's just take a quick look at it. We can do that without, the S&P is going to be very close. No, there it is right there. Already got it done there for you. 68.38. That's only down another 70 handle. So that would be an ABCD. And if you drew that over to there, well, that's going to match pretty close to that one. And then we'll see if that's going to be moving or not. That beep is the cattle making a new high. Where are they? There they are right up here. They're starting to go up right here. And there's where we are, right up there. That means we're going to be out of this one in just a minute, just a little bit here. Yep, because we sold it right there, 65, and our stop is right above here. So we're going to lose on that one. Even though we did pretty good on the first 2 cents, we're only going to make a 1 cent profit today because our stop is right here at 240. 67. That's where I sold it at 239.67. Sold the longs from down in here. So, like we say, folks, sometimes it's chicken salad, sometimes it's chicken soup. It depends on how you make it. But anyway, keep your stop in there. It's not how much money we lose. We'll look at it again up in here. We'll either buy it on a pullback, but you don't want to risk any more than you can afford. And so right now you're out. You're at about $250. So keep your stop up here. Live every day in an attitude of gratitude and may God bless. We'll see you on the flip side tomorrow with Stan Harlan.